Hello and welcome. I'm your host Elizibar, and this is World War M, or I'm sorry, Maestro World War M 4. Uh, you know, on the one hand, I'm going to say some things that are very negative. On the other hand, I did have fun reading this book. The whole Maestro series has not gone the way that I think would have been really fun, and some of it has felt like unearned victory on the part of the Maestro, like the whole second miniseries. That just seemed kind of like a waste. They brought back characters that probably nobody except for Peter David actually remembered or cared about. Then they had them fail spectacularly due to themselves and nothing that Maestro had done. And it was kind of lame. But boy, that first issue of the first miniseries was really strong. So here, we're promised Maestro versus giant monster action. And you know what we get? Maestro versus giant monster action. Somebody at Marvel must have watched one of my review videos because you don't see that stupid introductory text page here that they've been putting in for their first page for years now. No, you actually get a page where there's something crazy happening. We have a gigantic foot coming down. You got the Abomination jumping out of the way. You've got the Maestro jumping out of the way. It's crazy. And I like it. Then we get like the boring text page here, and who cares? So, Namor is totally crazy. He's talking to dead family members. And we get a little bit of this right over here. Maestro jumps in. Giganto, or whatever his name is, smacks the Maestro. It's all in good, clean fun. It's a hoot. We're going to flip ahead a little bit. Now, Doom is like, what is happening here? And Doom's assistant, he's got a short lifespan. But the fight continues. There's quite a few panels of just giant monster shenanigans. And this bit here from Blonsky, when he sees this lady and her kid, and he's like, oh, she reminds me of my wife. And then he goes and saves her, and then splat casualties, because of course. Because of course, we can't have nice things. We can't have happy things in Maestro. Like that would be too simple. That'd be too easy. So anyway, that's when the Abomination does his face to heel turn or heel to face turn, or he changes sides. However you want to like phrase it. The Abomination goes from being on one side to the other. And then giant monster battle continues. Now at this point, the Maestro has already engaged with Namor on top of the thing a little bit. And we've had like some pretty fun activity, some pretty fun action. It's actually been a very enjoyable book. Like stuff is happening. It seemed like in a lot of these Maestro issues, stuff happens or stuff doesn't happen, or stuff happens that just isn't earned. Like when the Maestro was fighting Hercules, like, oh yeah, that's a clever plan, but that's also not fun to watch. It's not fun to look at. Here, we got a lot of stuff going on that's pretty fun to look at. Now, I said the Abomination switches sides. It's true. Namor and the monster like go on a pretty good rampage. They fight the Maestro a little bit. The Maestro comes up to like split Namor open, and things take kind of a sideways turn. It's all good. But what doesn't feel right to me, and we're going into Spoilerville here because I have to comment on this now, is stuff happens. Suddenly Namor the Submariner isn't there to control the monster. And where's what I'm looking for? Yeah, I guess it's this page. So we're going to spoiler here. The monster just leaves. That's it. That's how the fight ends. The monster just leaves. The Maestro doesn't overpower the monster. He doesn't really outsmart the monster. The only reason this worked is because of outside people interfering. It's kind of like the situation in the previous miniseries where whatever the guys that were all named after Greek demigods were like doing, like those dudes, like where they got defeated, and it really wasn't the Maestro like that did any of that. It was just kind of like happenstance. That's really not satisfying when somebody who's supposed to be the big bad ruler of the world, aka the Maestro, is winning by happenstance. That's what it feels like when I read this. It doesn't feel like he actually overcame the monster. It doesn't feel like he outsmarted Namor the Submariner, Emil Blonsky, or Doctor Doom, or the Human Torch for that matter. It's just he did one thing and then the monster left because somebody else did something first to set that up, and that somebody else wasn't even one of the people physically in the fight. Kind of unsatisfying. So I liked it, but man, I wish it had had like a better flavor. Like this was like eating something sweetened with saccharin instead of sugar. Like you're like, yeah, it's kind of sweet, but it's that weird kind of sweet. There you go. Maestro World War M issue number 4 in the can. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great one. Hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye bye.